hopefully that's given you some insight into how, as a coach and the deliverer of sport, we could actually engage in play and play-based and story-based telling activities to develop these children and develop all aspects of their development, from emotional, physical, cognitive, but also key, linking back to that movement skills, developing their key fundamental movement skills, which is going to have an impact on their involvement in sport. So there are some key issues with play. Some of it links to free play and the lack of free play in society. And some of this, is from key research that's been identified. So it's been identified as a drastic decrease in free sport play or games and physical activities without adult guidance. This is, identified in American children for the last 2 decades. A research study found that children 6 to 12 years spent on average 30 minutes per week outdoors engaged in unstructured play, and fewer than 1 in 5 children spent any unstructured time at all playing outdoors. So clearly, programs and activities has moved to more structured environments, which obviously, you can still develop the key skills and imagination, but it's also about what those kids can do outside of a session. So getting them to, go home and practice their skills, get them to play games with their parents and their siblings in their own free time as well, which is really going to impact on these key motor skills. Research partly explains that this phenomenon is called overscheduling of children, where parents are eager to nurture achieving children by enrolling them in multiple organised, supervised, led activities from sports, music, lessons, leadership and self-development programmes. So it can all be, is there enough time in the day? If a kid's scheduled every night to do something, when is there time to develop these, play-based activities? Another contributing factor is the abundance of electrical entertainment for kids, from TVs, computers, internet, video games and so forth, which obviously has, in terms of the free play, kids are sat indoors playing on these devices rather than going out and playing in their back gardens and so forth. Balance in terms of allowing kids to have time to be kids and engage them in free play with each other, as well as directing to selected organised youth sports. So it's having a balance of free play, but also some organised structured sport in or movement skill activities. In addition, we can be thoughtful in creating development appropriate youth sport experiences with organised programmes. So it includes aspects of free play around important child development choices, decisions and negotiating conflict resolution with peers, and social interaction and pure joy. So ultimately, we need to develop movement programs which ticks all of those boxes. It allows some imagination and free play, but also still ticks the boxes of developing, decision making, negotiation, conflict resolution. So sport is an excellent vehicle to be able to hit those key objectives. Hopefully this session has kind of expanded on movement skills and identified an area in which at that bottom base of movement skill development, we can really look to move forward and improve programs and the delivery of movement skills in that early age group. Hopefully you've been able to take some ideas that maybe you can take into your own practice in terms of working with this age group. And even if it's working with an older age group, how can we get them to use play and practice in their own space and time to actually develop their key skills?